Welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall that opens here soon at 11, as it's 10:39, 19:20. 19 minutes before the top of the 11 o'clock hour, rolling through, as now it is time for your Ocala Quick Minute News. As we take a look here, as Florida is coming off the day of the fewest coronavirus cases since last June, as the number was under 4,300, there were 91 additional fatalities as the death toll nears 8,300 in Florida. As it's clear, Florida parents are divided on the best way to send their children back to school.
You have parents out there in Florida that would beat down the schoolhouse door to get their kids in because they think they really need to be back in. And then you have some others who, maybe they just want to see how it develops.
During an educational roundtable, Governor Ron DeSantis said, while his 3 kids aren't old enough to go to school yet, if they were, he would feel comfortable sending them to brick and mortar schools. Eric Trump received a warm round of applause and cheers from supporters in front of the Republican Party Osceola County's headquarters. It was the first campaign stop on the Trump team bus tour. Also on hand, former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi and Trump campaign advisor Corey Lewandowski. New developments in the missing persons cases that was brought to light by the Netflix documentary series Tiger King, as the family of millionaire Don Lewis, the first husband of Big Cat Rescue's Carol Baskin, is announcing a $100,000 reward for any information about his disappearance in 1997. Attorney John Phillips, representing the family, says he's bringing legal action against Baskin to get her to answer questions.
Now, it's not a lawsuit for damages, it's a lawsuit for equity. Equity means fairness. It also allows subpoenas and depositions, requests for production, interrogatories.
As Phillips hinting there's some new information about Lewis's disappearance, but to decline to give details. Orlando City Soccer and Portland will meet in the Major League Soccer as its back tournament finale tonight at ESPN's Wide World of Sports at Disney, as the event has set a Guinness World Record for being the largest single-location soccer tournament. Your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We'll be back with more show right after this.
Need help at home? On Wednesday, August 12th at 8:50 a.m., Jim Haskins with Touching Hearts at Home will be Adam's guest. You will learn how the Compassionate Care Team can help with personal care, Alzheimer's, dementia care, housekeeping, meal prep, and transportation. Of course, Touching Hearts at Home follows all CDC and state guidelines for COVID-19. So be sure and listen in Wednesday the 12th at 8:50 a.m. It's information you can use from Touching Hearts at Home and your friends here at WOCA, The Source.
Partial sunshine for today with a thunderstorm in a couple of spots, high 91 to 93. Partly cloudy night, low 74 to 76. Then a partly sunny day for Wednesday with a high 90 to 92. Mostly cloudy Thursday. A thunderstorm in spots for the afternoon, high 91 to 93. Friday, clouds and sun with widely separated thunderstorms, high again 91 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Our quality of life is what makes Marion County unique. Our parks, farms, lakes, and rivers are why we live here. Now, Marion County is facing so many challenges, and our future may be in jeopardy. Craig Curry is up to the challenge. Count on Craig to encourage job growth, protect our horse farms, and ensure law enforcement and firefighters have the tools they need to do their job. In these challenging times, we need proven leadership we can count on. Craig Curry for County Commission.
Paid by Craig Curry, Republican for County Commission.
WOCA.
Welcome back to the show. You're listening to AIM Ocala Live. As we welcome you for this Tuesday, moving right along, it is now time for
This Day in History.
As we take a look back at just a few items today, as we look at what happened on this day back in history, as we go back 1929 in America here, Babe Ruth becomes the first baseball player on August 11th, 1929, becomes the first player in history to hit 500 career home runs. Babe Ruth was the first player to reach 500 home runs and set a home run mark of 714 back in 1929. On this day, he hit number 500. We move on. 1934, as it was on this day, 1934, the prisoners that are considered the most dangerous are sent to Alcatraz, the Rock, because it's considered to be one of the hardest prisons in the world to escape due to strong tides. Well, it was on this day, as it was mentioned about it, with the prisoners that are considered most dangerous sent to Alcatraz, as there was a movie that had big box office slam, $43 million hit, starring Clint Eastwood's escape from Alcatraz in 1979 as a biographical prison thriller. 1967, on this day in history, Cuba violence. In Havana, Cuba, President Fidel Castro spoke to the Latin America Solidarity Organization, or LASO. Although the conference was outwardly peaceful, violence erupted behind the scenes as Cuban and Russian forces disagreed on how to proceed with the revolution of Cuba, and 165 LASO participants expressed anti-American sentiments and accused Venezuela's government of treason back in 1967. In 1974, big-time producer, director Pete Bogdanovich, who was famous for Paper Moon and The Last Picture Show, is now directing At Long Last Love, the musical set in the 1930s, and includes stars such as Burt Reynolds, Sybil Shepherd, Madeline Kahn, and was produced in Santa Anita in Arcadia, and a longtime horse racing center, as it was on this day in history that At Long Last Love came out back in 1974. In 1991, on this day in history, 1991, the 911 emergency number, which brings police and paramedics to the sick or injured person's side, is being pioneered in Schaumburg. Other northwestern cities will also participate to test out the new system, and the number is very easy to remember. As we look at just a year later, it was 1992 on this day that the Mall of America, with 2.5 million square feet of retail space over 4 floors and more than 500 shops, opening in Bloomington, Minnesota. As the Mall of America also includes an indoor amusement park, including roller coasters and an aquarium. How about that? As mentioned here, 1999 was on this day in history where we had a total eclipse of the sun, as the eclipse of the sun is seen around beginning in the Atlantic a few hundred miles east of Boston and seen through European, Asia, and Middle East.
Have you ever been to the Mall of America?
I have not.
I've heard there's no heating system in there. The human being's heats the whole place up. They have fans, and that's it.
Is that right?
Yeah, the air conditioning is different, I think, but the heating, there's no heating in the winter. So just, the body heat from all the people that go in there generates enough to keep the place warm enough to tolerate it. I'm going, what? So it's talk about an engineering.
Is that right? That's incredible.
Now, I don't know if you mentioned that on the air or not earlier. But that came through me through Commissioner Michelle Stone. I kind of abbreviated what she had said, but basically you could read it out. But it's avoid the knock on the door. And you just read that little snippet there, if you would.
Hashtag avoid the knock campaign. One way you can help is promoting this. It says census takers will be knocking on doors now through September 30th. This is the time left we have to secure the funds for our community's future. As a grassroots movement has started to hashtag avoid the knock by completing the census online, as avoiding the knock for them showing up to your door, that you can do the census online or by phone, as mentioned. By phone, that's 1-844-330-2020. Again, 844-330-2020. Or by mail, to get ahead of the knock, you would receive from a census taker.
Makes sense.
Yep, and for that
census taker makes sense. I'm sorry.
Census taker, as we mentioned for online, that's 2020census.gov.
I like the phone number 2020 at the end. 2020. Yeah.
It's funny because 330, that's my area code for my phone number. So it says on there 330-2020.
So it must be a firm it's going through.
Nah, I just think that because it's 844, it's toll free. Toll free. Everything's toll free now.
I was going to say, yeah.
Toll free.
That's like saying, and here's a brand new color TV. Well, I've never seen a black and white anymore, you know?
You got a collect call from Bob. We Atta Baby Eats a Boy.
Atta Baby Eats a Boy.
No thanks.
Nah.
Who is that, honey? That's Bob. He had a baby.
And it's a boy. Yeah.
Good stuff. As we're 10 minutes before the top of the
spicy meatballs
of the 11 o'clock hour here, rounding out our show, AM Ocala Live for this Tuesday. Joe, this one's interesting here. It says telling lies at work. It says,
oh, you're in trouble now.
It's more common when you're unhappy. They say a less satisfied people are at work that are more likely they lie to others at the office.
Have you been in trouble lately, Adam? You've been lying to me?
No.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Not at all.
I believe you. But I want a refund on that bridge I brought in Brooklyn.
They say, according to a recent survey from Simply Hired, of more than 1,000 people, 41% said that they were not satisfied at work and said that they tell at least one white lie a week.
A week?
Which is more than those who are considered happy at work.
So, did you like that coffee? Yeah, it was delicious.
They say the most common lie is that kind that buys the time away from colleagues, such as, I'm not feeling well, or I already have plans after work, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's you've never done that, no.
As
come on, I want to go fly fishing. That's an art.
I've got plans.
Yeah, that's an art. Come on.
Let's go bowling, Adam. What do you want to do? Want to go bowling?
I would love to, but I'm washing my hair.
I can't say that. Unless it's on my arms.
Wacky but true as a dog dropped a Japanese man sustained injuries, serious injuries.
What?
When a small dog fell on him from a 9th-story apartment. Police say that the man was walking down the street when the dog lost its balance on a windowsill and hit the man in the shoulders. The man sustained back injuries.
Sure.
And no word on what happened to the dog.
It's raining cats and dogs. We're out of cats. Oh, that is bad. Oh, that is so...
Isn't that nuts?
That's
a bad day. That's a bad day for that guy. And he's on his way to work.
Exactly what I was thinking.
He's on his way to work, and then he's like, "I'm not coming in today. Why not?" Oh, I had a dog fall on me. Sure. We know you've been unhappy.
Yes.
You could have hung out with us at Poor Richard's Pub last night, but you didn't. We get it. You're lying to us.
You're lying.
We just read a survey saying
that's
that.
That's a hell of a white lie, though. I want proof. No, they never said what happened to the dog. Did he live?
I don't know.
You never know, you know.
I'd assume so.
But luckily, maybe it was only a 30-pound dog. Imagine St. Bernard. You know.
Yeah.
Doberman Pinscher.
Let's see, a dog on a window. So it's probably like a Pomeranian or something like that.
Yeah. That's a Newfoundland.
Or
comes with a saddle.
Or a Chihuahua.
Oh, that thing was just a bounced. Chihuahua with a boom.
I remember those.
Those things, they get me nervous. Do you ever see somebody hold it? And it's saying, yeah, it shakes like it's like, and you can think his little brain going, I don't know, what am I here? What am I here? What's over there? What's that? And it's saying, what's it got? Where's it? Are we going there? Are we going? I don't want to go there. I want to go. I don't want to hear. Is the light on? Is the light off? Is she holding me tight? Is she holding loose? Who's that guy? Who's that her? Who's that going? And you sit there going, and it's just sitting,
and it just shivers.
it just shakes no matter what. I have never seen a Chihuahua not shake. They're always, it's because it's chilly. Chili's one thing. If I put as a bartender, if I put that thing on there, it would shake it up, I'll be all set. I mean, come on.
It's funny because at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's chilly. It's like, man, this thing. The only way that they were able to survive was us. Is that breed? Is mankind?
Yes.
I don't know. This one's interesting here. I looked this up, but it was news that came out, I believe this was yesterday, that Chris Pratt, as a big actor there in Hollywood, is known for Parks and Recreation, if you're a fan of that, as him and his wife, Katherine Schwarzenegger, as he's married to Arnold's daughter, Katherine Schwarzenegger, are now proud parents of a baby girl. That means Arnold Schwarzenegger is now a grandpa. He's a
Welcome
grandpa.
to the club.
He's a grandpa.
He's 70,
baby girl.
70-something, right?
Yeah, he's 76. He just had
late,
a birthday.
That's late in life.
It's actually interesting, yeah, because his granddaughter's very close to the same birthday as his.
Now, is that his daughter from his wife or from the maid?
I believe from his wife.
From his wife, okay.
Yeah.
Which wife?
I don't know.
Was he only married once or twice?
I think he was married once to the Kennedy, right?
That's the only one I know of.
Yeah.
They got divorced from the Kennedy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the only one.
Kennedy descendant, I should say. Yeah.
Right, descendant. Yeah.
So it's like, it's so convoluted. I don't understand sometimes.
And
it gets you. Hollywood. Well, it's and then they went, and then they did, and then they're going to, and you sit there, and go, oh, let me keep track of this.
Yeah. A birthday today to mention is Steve Wozniak. You know Steve Wozniak? He is best known as one of the founders of Apple Computer, now Apple Incorporated, together with Steve Jobs and Randall Wayne.
Oh, he's not longer with us.
And the first computer they produced was the Apple I computer designed for hobbyists using a microprocessor and a single circuit board with 256 bits of ROM, 4K or 8K bits of RAM.
Wow.
So they say a 40 character by 24 row display controller, no casing. It's incredible. As they wrote, he wrote most of the software initially provided with the Apple and designed much of the hardware. As he does get kind of pushed in the back end of it because of Steve Jobs, but as his birthday.
But his money still is rolling in. Don't worry about it.
That's right. It is.
He's a happy camper.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. You're on the cusp. But do you remember Tandy computers? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Tandy was a subsidiary or thereof Radio Shack.
Oh yeah.
And Tandy computers had it. And you know how you have an external hard drive? It was an external cassette player.
Yeah.
And that's what all the data was put on. An external. Oh yeah, I had a Tandy years and years ago. I worked on it. It was slow, but it was like wow back then. Wow, look at now. It's like, come on. And now they're worth money because it's an antique. Sure.
Because it's like that really, really, really nice, well-to-do, handcrafted typewriter from back in the day. I'm sure that's worth a lot of money now.
Yes, they're saying they're not out there anymore. So supply and demand kind of thing.
And speaking of, just around other shows we talked about this morning was what's going on the auction block today is a 1794 silver dollar, a United States silver dollar that is looked to be worth more than $10 million.
I got 4 of those.
1794 silver dollar worth $10 million is for sale. Oh. This coin is considered the holy grail of the coin collecting.
And what year?
1794.
Gee. I used to, my birthday, my Uncle Tony used to give me a silver dollar every birthday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, silver dollar, yeah. They're all gone now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Way back when, yeah.
You didn't hold on to them?
Christmas.
Just to have? Just to have and to hold?
To have and to hold.
Till death do you part.
A lot of things. Have and to hold. Oh, that's nice. Get rid of it, sell it, whatever. There's some sentimental things I'll keep.
The rest, it's for sale.
Yeah.
Come up with the price. I always say, come up with the price, make my eyes roll back in my head. Sold
What
to
do
the
they
man in
say?
the red shorts.
Would you ever consider selling it for the right price? Everything's for sale.
My car, my house, my other car, my truck. I only have one car, sorry. Car, truck, motorcycle, trailer. What do you want? You give me the price, make my eyes roll back in my head. I always look at it this way. I can always buy another one.
Yeah.
If I really want it, I can always buy another one.
There you go.
I can find another house, whatever.
Whatever. As we bring this show to a close, thank you for joining us this Tuesday, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We got a good one for you tomorrow. It's a little busy for tomorrow. It's a
you're
packed
a busy
Wednesday.
boy.
So stay tuned as we say thanks to Tish, thanks to Joe, Carol Ann, and Galen. We appreciate it. And until tomorrow, everybody, goodbye.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
A rare weather phenomenon sweeps across the Midwest yesterday.